Hey, I'm Jay, and I've got something to say about my year-end results 2025 of churning. Hey, I'm Jay, and I've got something to say. The spreadsheet is tracking all of my rebate apps. So these are the ones that scan receipts, check my emails for receipts, connect to credit cards, and check to see if we are making specific purchases. So I've got the app that I got the rebate from, the date, the amount, and how I received that gift card, PayPal, whatever. So you can see most of these are Pepper's gone defunct, but like Frisbee and not Top Cashback, Frisbee, Fetch, Coin Out, those are all receipt scanning apps, and some of them let you play games too. So you can see those are like $10 every 3 months. Occasionally, Top Cashback is like a Rakuten portal. Upside's an app where you get cash back by linking your gift card, kind of like the dining programs where you get points and miles for dining at certain restaurants. Upside gives it to you on gas and groceries at certain places. That's one of the most valuable apps I've found so far. So the way my local grocery store works is you link your bank account, like ACH bank account information, to your account, and then you use your grocery store barcode to like log in and say like, yeah, I want to do an ACH withdrawal to pay for my gasoline, and then they give you like the 20 cents discount. It's like 12 to 30 cents. It depends on the day and depends on the station. So Pepper, kind of what they do is they give you kind of the matching cash back, that 12 to 20 cents off a gallon, as a percentage back. So maybe that's like 6% back or something. But then what that lets you do is that lets you earn the like sign-up bonuses on your credit cards, or 4% cash back on gas or whatever on your credit cards, and still get the 6% cash back on that you wouldn't like kind of normally got if you used their discount program, but by putting the spend on a credit card instead of by putting it on the app. So I really like the Upside app, and it gives me cash back at my local grocery store that I use all the time. Pogo Tremendous, I did do an app. I played a vampire game where I got $40. I should have gotten 80, but like they dropped the game about like a week after I qualified, and they never cashed me out for the last one. So I should have got like an extra 70 or $80 or something for that, but I got 40 off of that game over like 3 months. I've calculated hours. It was probably like 20 cents an hour. But Top Cashback, you can see mostly gift card purchases. A Disney gift card at 4% at Top Cashback, stuff like that. But my total for the year, they're all dinky. They're all $10, $15, $20, but $1,000 over the entire year. I think that's pretty useful and not a waste of time. Bank bonuses, again, the bank accounts and credit cards that I signed up for, cashback sign-up bonuses in column C, points and miles in column D, required spend, some other notes and stuff, but really what it comes back is I got $7,000 in cashback, $1,600 was in credit cards, $5,000 was bank, like direct deposit sign-up bonuses, or like deposit $5,000 for 60 days or something, or 90 days type bonuses. 400,000 miles, which have an approximate cash value. I've been cashing out at like 1.3 cents, so about $5,000 in cash for miles. The bank account counts as interest, so there is a tax liability, so I'm going to owe an extra $1,000 in taxes, or more likely get $1,000 less back in taxes. I also am part of a review program for Amazon called Vine, where they will ship you products for free as long as you review them in a timely manner. And the value of the product is a taxable amount. So I'll owe an extra $1,300 in taxes on, $12,000 of rebate points. So, we can fly through these real quick. This was my one big mistake in the credit card stuff was I thought that the Spark Cash card did not show up on your personal credit report. I thought it was split between miles and cashback, and I thought the cashback did not. That's not the way it's split. The high spend, like $20,000, $30,000 in 3 months spend, don't show up on your personal credit report. The small business, like $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 spend, do show up on your personal credit reports. So the Cap One Spark Cash Select for good credit or whatever is going to show up on my personal credit report. That put me over 524 early, which I wasn't expecting. U.S. Bank business checking. I don't know what those notes are and why that's a negative one. I feel like I did something wrong there. I know what I did. I did a bill pay instead of an ACH transfer here to this credit union, and it charged me. There was a transaction fee, so that's what that was. American Airlines business credit card, Amazon Prime business credit card, Capital One 360 checking. You can see it required two $500 direct deposits, PSECU, two $500 direct deposits. Wells Fargo Signify. So if you're curious at the cashback rates, these are like 10% back. 500 on 5,000. Bank of America direct deposit, Citizens checking direct deposit, TD Bank direct deposit, U.S. Bank business. That was deposit 5,000 for 60 days. Direct deposit, credit card direct deposit. Forgot to sign up for paperless billing. Charged me some money. Bonus category spend, extra 40%, $40 cash back because it was 5% instead of like 2% or whatever. So you could say that doesn't count because I could have put that on something else. Maybe not. SoFi checking direct deposit. I didn't do the savings because it was a lot. It was like 20,000 for savings I didn't have. Here I signed up for paychecks. Well, I signed up for paychecks back here, but they gave me like 3 months for free, and then like another 3 months of like half price before I started paying full price. So Paychecks is a direct deposit service I was using to qualify for direct deposits without worrying whether certain bank ACH transfers would count or not. We forgot to downgrade my wife's Capital One before the annual fee posted, which is okay because we're going to use that. We're going to use the points that were sitting in her account coming up this spring, and we're putting in a lot of organic spend on there when we haven't had another good credit card to use. We've just been using that 2%. So that'll probably come out as a wash. Again, here's the full paychecks. That's not half price. Barclays Aviator Red. I got a what was it? I paid the annual fee, but got an extra 500 miles. I'm not sure what this 120 is. Oh, that's how much I spent. I had to make a single transaction. I spent 120 total on that card. I might have done on a second transaction months later. But I got an extra 500 miles for $99 for American Airlines. Was the sign up for that, and 70,000 points was a good sign up bonus because they were usually 50. In addition to SoFi giving me 300 for direct deposit, Rakuten gave me 378 for signing up for SoFi through Rakuten. U.S. Bank leverage, again, this is only 10%. return on spend, and that's in addition to the, 2% that on the categories and stuff. So it's really like 83, an extra $83 on top of that for their organic spend. Paychecks fee, direct deposit. Monarch is a program. I'll have to do a show off of. I don't know if I have too much personal information there. Monarch's a program where you link all your bank accounts and all your credit cards, and it gives you a financial breakdown by category and month to month, and so you can do comparison over time and stuff. And it's got a pretty good dashboard. But there was a Capital One offer. So I think I used a referral code to get it at half price at this $49, and I think that's what didn't give me the full amount. So they gave me 76, but I think they should have given me like 40 plus 90 or something. I don't know I don't remember exactly what it was, but they gave me the offer for the free trial, but not for the full subscription because I used a promo code. So if you're using Capital One offers, just use the Capital One promo codes. Don't use your own promo codes. I got a retention. No, wasn't that. That wasn't it. I got an elevated offer for City A Advantage. So between the Barclays and the City, I got elevated offers on both of those. 8,000 on 5,000 spent, 80,000 points on 5,000 spent. Pretty good return. That's like 18%, something like that. That's about as good as you get there for $95 annual fee. This one was in savings. You can see there's $5K for 90 days, and a direct deposit. I got confused. I accidentally signed up for First National Federal Credit Union because I thought I was signing up for First National Bank. So then I went back and signed up for First National Bank too. So I have both, when I wasn't even looking at First National Credit Union. So you can see here, there was a transfer to Marriott. I had, a couple Marriott points sitting there. And there was a promo, so I'm like, I'll use it for United. Even hotels through the United portal are better redemption rates because they're like 1 cent per point, or better than Marriott's at like half a cent per point. So I just converted everything over, and at some point my Marriott was going to expire because I wouldn't use it. United's been my most consistent extra promo card. So you can see here I got 3x on gas and dining I got 3x on gas and dining for 3 months, and then a different 3 months I got a bonus extra 2x on certain spend. So you can see there's an extra 500 points on 850 spend, an extra 1,500 on 1,000. So that's an extra 1.5% on top of the extra 3%. So that's like 4.5% on a spend on that. So to get bonus points without having to sign up for a new credit card and do a new 520, a new velocity slot, I've been doing those when I can. The one in September didn't make any sense because it was like an extra 1x and it was a lot of spend, and it wasn't good categories or anything. So here we go. My wife. So remember, I got 70,000 bonus points for $99. My wife got 50,000 for $0 with one single purchase on Barclays Aviator. That card is no longer available. She got it a week before it went away. Direct deposit. I got a spend offer. So basically they were going to give me a statement credit on the $99 if I spent $1,000. So 10% back to keep the card for free. So I got charged $99 in October, and I got $99 credited in November. Here I was offered 15,000 points on $150. So buying a point at 1 point per dollar to upgrade my card that I downgraded. And then another 10,000 points. No, 10,000 points to upgrade it. 15,000 points to add an authorized user, which I haven't gotten yet. So I got these 15,000 points here. So here's where I spent the annual fee to upgrade it. Here's where I got the points for it. I didn't get the authorized user yet. Amex Blue Business Cash. I have been looking for 2 years to get a Blue Business Plus at a reasonable rate. I almost got one at like 50,000 points, and I should have done it a long time ago. But I signed up for the Blue Business Cash to get into the ecosystem so that I could start getting targeted offers to get a Blue Business Plus. I didn't do that, but what I did do is I got a targeted offer for 70,000 Amex points for opening a business checking account and holding 15,000 in there. So I had to play some games to get that 15,000, and I don't recommend other people do that. But then I can use that for the Chase business and personal savings accounts, business checking and personal savings, to be able to get the Chase stuff, and then I'll have to pay it all back before I start applying for more Chase cards to get my credit score back up. United upgrade. Okay, my paychecks fee. So again, this is coming out. This is already calculated into my total here. And then, so that'll be a tax deduction for paychecks. And the business card annual fees will be tax deductions. Yep, Alliant, open account, direct deposit, First Commonwealth. Actually, I haven't gotten that yet because it's not my quarterly yet. So those are pending. I think I got my Alliant. I might have gotten 2 for that. Because I would have gotten the SoFi. I'll have to look at that. I might still be pending. I might double dip on that with the Rakuten. So again, I said First Commonwealth Bank, First Commonwealth FCU. And then these will be tax deductible. These are balance transfer fees. Ally Bank direct deposit. These are actually, I can delete that. I'm not doing that anymore. And I will get another 10K United, so I'll be at like 40K for United for like not having a sign-up bonus. And yeah, so again, there's some notes on spend and stuff. But here's my tax liability, and then I have some tax deductions. But owing tax on, or owing an extra $1,000 in taxes on $12,000 worth of stuff, I'll take that. I'll take that any day. So that's my year 2025. In a gist, I'll have to show off. I'll have to see if there's a way to show off Monarch without giving away my personal information. But that's my churning year in a nutshell. This will be my target for next year, is something similar. I don't think I'll be able to hit the checking accounts as heavy. I just think I've run out of local banks. And there's some banks I want to keep open and I don't want to close and churn, like Bank of America and US Bank. So we'll see what else is available there. There's always something popping up. Like I said, I didn't even know about First National Credit Union. I just signed up for Wings, which is a national one that's not local. I've had some problems with Wells Fargo not being within driving distance of a branch. So that's been difficult, but we'll see. I don't know if we'll be able to keep up the bank velocity as much as possible, but I think I have a better opportunity for next year. This is our plan for next year, right? So right now we're both at I'm at 724. My spouse is at 524. That's how many credit cards we've had. New personal lines of credit in the past 2 years. So we did have to do financing on a piece of furniture, on a sofa, which was on my P2s. And hopefully our car loan shows up as a car loan and not a revolving line of credit. But we're going to try to get our 524s down, do some organic spend, because Freedom Flex Q1 category is dining, which is like one of the big ones. And then we do most of our shopping, about half of our grocery shopping, at Target. I know we should be boycotting Target, but it's been tough. Like, Whole Foods isn't any better because that's owned by Amazon. Our local grocery store isn't great. We need Wegmans to come in and show people how it's done. But so we do, not super happy about it, but we do a large amount of our grocery shopping at Target. And I can buy Target gift cards at Staples, and they're really good. Target and Starbucks are the two easy ones to load up your gift card balance and just leave it sit in your account. So I buy $200 gift cards at a time, set them in my Target account, and then when we check out, if I drop below $100, or order another $200 gift card and load it up again. So starting in April, I put this in March, but it's really April. Starting in April, I'll have to look at my wife's credit report and try to make sure that this all makes sense. See if we can apply for an Ink Preferred before we downgrade her Sapphire Preferred, so that we can keep all of her points. Basically we just transfer all of her points to like the Ink Cash, and then we can transfer the Ink Cash to the Ink Preferred. In April, at the end of April, I will be down below 524. And then hopefully I can get a referral bonus for my wife. And we got to downgrade and cancel a bunch of cards in the summer. And then my wife needs to get some American Airlines points before spring. So I think summer and fall is a good time to do that. So this will put her back at 524 here until March, but that's okay because she's going to get two personal cards in the summer. I'm going to get my personal card here in February, and that's going to be at 424. 424. So this is 2027. So basically we're doing a summer of 27 cruise in June. I can't book it yet, but it looks like those are due about 90 days out. So in March we'll have to pay the remaining balance of that. So, somewhere in early 2027, we will have to have all of our American Airlines points accrued, so that we can book that through American Airlines. American and United are the only places that have the cruise line that we're looking at, and United's 0.86 or 0.84 cents per point, and American's 1 cent per point. Now that City Strata thank you points transfer to American Airlines, we got the Barclays, we got American Airlines Business, American Airlines Personal, and City Strata. That's like the most number of credit cards we can kind of stack up. So hopefully over $3,000 will be about half of the cruise price, and we'll be doing that on points. And then we'll get another like 6% back by booking it through American Airlines, whatever we pay in cash. So as long as we pay the cash early enough in February that the points accrue on that credit card for March, we'll have to kind of backwards figure, like, hey, like I'll earn another 500 or whatever, and try to guess at how much we got to spend in cash before we spend the rest of our points. But I need those all to be in my wife's account. So I need her to get the American Airlines World Elite MasterCard Platinum City Personal credit card, and then the City Strata. And that'll get us through Christmas. And then I will get the Southwest Business Card and the Southwest Personal. And hopefully we will have all of these points and all of these points all by the time we need to book our flights and finish paying off our cruise. In 27. So that is the goal. So I have some space up here in like March and April where we should get a business card, but it doesn't really matter what. Just something useful, something with a good sign-up bonus. It can be cash back, it can be points, doesn't matter. But just something that we can afford and earn the sign-up bonus on. And then we got to get our American Airlines and our Southwest Companion Pass by March. And that's the plan.